When talking about the verdict and use of probability in testimonies, we can conclude with the Sally Clark case that it resulted from the incorrect use of statistics, as well as a failure to correctly interpret what the figure from these statistics represented. When talking about the issue of cot deaths, the probability of randomly picking a baby who would later die of cot death was 1 in 8,543. This accounted for factors like Clark coming from an affluent, non-smoking family. The probability of this event happening twice in a row, as argued by the prosecution, was 1 in 8,543 squared, which is 1 in 73 million. However, we also know that the prosecution failed to account for, or simply disregarded important factors such as genetics, home conditions, beyond appearance control, which would have undoubtedly skewed the outcomes of these events. And indeed, the correct and ideal conclusion of the case would have been that a repeated cot death was most likely not an independent event. It is arguable that the probability of two children dying from the same mother and on different occasions may have been much higher because they are not independent. When talking about the absence of statistics in the court, it is important to account for another cot death case with Angela Cannings. Here, the court decided to avoid using statistics due to controversy with Sally Clark, but also contrary to Clark's case, Cannings' case could have benefited from the use of statistics since Cannings and her partner both were smokers. The probability of SIDS, or cot death, would be much higher. If the court assumed the events were independent again, then Cannings may have had an easier time in court,